in the first week.
That was so funny. We had so much fun. I loved when we played hide and seek near the end of the season too.
That was actually fun.
That was a lot of fun. That
That
was
was actually fun. I remember when Matt came in there, it's like, well, damn, you just came downstairs and walked straight in the bathroom and found me.
that was yeah. What a time. What a time. No, I had so much fun in the house too. That's the other thing, right? Like that it's hard to see in the episodes because it's so short. Like yes, there's game and you're thinking about that all the time, but also we're all just like real people and it's 24/7 we're in there and so we're hanging out and we're just like getting to know each other, so like we have a lot of fun together, like it was what is it, the Motley Crew that you were calling it?
I kept saying the Motley Crew. This
Yeah.
Motley.
My gosh, no, that was what a time, what a time.
It was fun.
Now
It really was.
would you go back and do it again?
I couldn't do 100 days again. I know no. If they had like a all-star something where it was a short or something, maybe half that time, I would really I want to do some more stuff. Like I would love to do Traders. I would love to do The Circle. I would love to do Trust. Have you guys seen that new show Trust?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Oh, that one seems really good. The
Yeah.
Mole. I was on the phone with Kasi last week or week before last, the one that was the Mole. That seems like that will be interesting. Big Brother, I would do reindeer games. That was
Right,
what
right,
two
right.
weeks?
Yeah, because that was six days, I think, right?
Yeah, that wasn't long at all. Something like that. But 100 days, no, I don't even have the wind to do that.
I'm just thinking, where do they go from here, right? Like they've had longer and longer seasons. They hit triple digits, 100, longest season ever, and it's like, I hope they don't go up from here. I hope they like
I think they will.
turn it back down and say like, okay, now we're back to 80 or 90, what I mean, whatever it is, just to like,
I think they should hover around the 75, 80 because once you get past the 75, 80, you could just see how it wore on people.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a long enough season. You don't need all of those twists and all of those bringing people back and all of those twists and all of those bringing people back and all of those twists and all of those bringing people back and all of nothing.
oh yeah, that zombie week we did nothing. Now I won't say you don't need the twist of bringing people back. I think there was week 4 was very important for me to come back. Other than that, get rid of all the other.
Well, of course. But I think 100 days just really, even a lot of the fans said that they thought after a while it just drug out too long. And so
Yeah,
I think it makes it too hard to stick with it.
yeah.
75, 80 days is probably the max they should do. Now, that's just my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Gotta stick to it. Yeah, no, I mean, that was it's a 25th season, 100 days, a bunch of like I get why they did it that way. I feel like they had to, right? Like it's the silver anniversary of Big Brother. So, but I mean, we'll see. I'm excited for this up season 26. I'm excited to see what they're
I'm
doing.
wondering to see if somebody from our season is going to land on season 26. I don't know. For some reason, my gut tells me they're going to bring somebody back.
Oh boy, that's your theory.
That's my
That's your
theory,
theory.
and I bet I'm right.
Oh, boy. My thing is, I was about to say your theories are usually right, but you have so many theories that one of them is bound to be right, you know?
I do have a lot of theories.
Every day you have 10 different theories. I'm like, well, yeah, one of them is going to be right, you know?
Something's gonna be right. Something's gonna be right. I'll be honest, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that I felt, I
Yeah,
was right on the money.
yeah, that's true. The one thing that a lot of people just clowned on me for is how many times we talked about a slip and slide competition happening. Every week we would sit
Every
down.
week, you guys were waiting on the slip and slide, and it never
We were
happened.
like, all right, now I'll go for HOH, you go for safety, you go for money. We're like, and this is how we're gonna do it every week. We talked about it. and I'm sad that it never happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm not because I knew that I was going to break my neck on a slip and slide. I kept saying, God, please don't let me get called and have to play the slip and slide. That is not going to work out well for me.
Oh my god.
I would have been bruised up for days from a slip and slide.
I think we all would have been. I think it's what I heard though is that they had the that sweaty scrimmage
Yeah.
comp was the slip and slide for the season.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. They put that in instead of the other one. And it's probably good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not mad about that at all. Yeah.
Right, right. Oh, look at somebody with the box of
Oh
candy,
my
the heart.
god, Bianca, thank you. Oh,
Those
that's cool. That's
ooh,
cute. That little gift.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is really cool.
yeah.
very pretty.
Wait. Okay. So now I'm thinking back to this whole like, what is it that made you start going after Corey and America? Was it something that they had said or done?
I think it was just that I realized people were truly underestimating their game together and how they were doing a lot of manipulating. And I'm not saying it's negative because it was working, but it was like, do y'all realize that they're actually aligned with the whole damn house?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they were aligned with. I mean, but honestly, to be fair, like everyone was aligned with everyone. You know what I mean? It was
Well, and
like,
that's what I figured out in the end. It's like I think I said this about week 3. I said I think there were more alliances this season than I've ever seen in a season of Big Brother. It was
ever.
stupid.
It was it was insane. It was insane. At some point,
It
it's
was
like
insane.
you had to at least be aligned with someone or pretend. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like if you don't pretend, you're an easy like, all right, this is the person that it has to be. You know, like yeah, it was wild. That's why I think that's why every week there was probably so much back and forth about who to send because everyone thought they were working with everyone. You know,
Exactly.
it's like
And
of
so then
course I should have
you're
the
trying
vote.
to figure out, well, if we go do that way, ooh, that might mess up my game. That might be a problem for my. So with all these different alliances, and see what I also didn't realize too, something else I discovered after keeping watching. I always actually believed that, well, the professors was first, but then after we got rid of Heisem, then we knew that one wasn't going to last.
Yeah.
I actually really thought the 7 deadly sins was going to carry us to the end, and I never had any cadence in what was it, Legends 25?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't realize that those guys didn't really see 7 deadly sins as a real alliance. That was the only one I really considered after Red left that was our true alliance, was that one. And the Brown Sugar Babes, I still thought we had that one until I realized we didn't. So yeah, to realize there were still all these different alliances and everybody, none of them, they were all fake.
It was, I mean, for me, you know, like with Seven Deadly Sins, I was hoping that it would be like a real alliance. I
Yeah.
think like the level of like reassurance that everyone needed is what was like a huge red flag for me. You know, like how we would meet and be like, "Oh, are we still good?" I would always think like, and I would say this too, which is like I'm the type of person like I don't need a lot of reassurance. Like if we're good, we're good. I'm locked
Yeah.
in. But the fact that we wanted to keep meeting and you know other folks in the alliance wanted to keep meeting felt like all right, there's something going on here, and it felt like very much the alliance wasn't like one big group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like kind of split up and stuff, and so that was sort of that was tough. But do you remember how in when we started actually talking about that group of folks to work together was in that conversation that we just watched back where you're telling me that I'm going to be the pawn?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the conversation where yeah, you're telling me like I'm gonna be pawn. I'm like, all right, that's fine. And then we start cooking up like, well, why don't we work together moving
Yes.
forward? And why don't we bring a couple folks from your side, a couple folks from my side, and like get a solid squad going? And so that's essentially how like all the people in Seven Deadly Sins became
Uh-huh. And we figured we did that because we said nobody would suspect it because they thought because we were from opposite sides, so to speak, we're like, this is perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. If we could have just trusted that. But remember, all my conversations with you was I don't know who to trust.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really just it's like I was trying hard. It's like who can I trust?
Yeah, I mean that's the tough part, right? If we knew who to trust, wouldn't that be an advantage? Like,
There you go. I
yeah.
just said if I ever do another reality show, I'm going to shut up a whole lot more and I'm going to watch a whole lot more. And I thought I did enough watching, but clearly I didn't.
No, but that's not what the people want. We don't want you to just shut up and watch. We want you to talk your shit. We want you to go in there and be Mama Fee, you know?
I had to laugh. I watched the part where I went up to you and Corey at the hammock and said, "Okay, so what's really going on this week? Am I the pawn? Am I the target or not?" I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I even did that."
I was like, oh my God, I could not believe that. I remember that. I was like, oh boy, this is tough. This is tough.
I said that was my something. I was always just going up and saying, "Okay, let's just get this out in the open. What's the plan?"
Yeah, that was crazy. And do you remember right before the double,
Yeah.
the first double, where Jared and Blue were on the block? That right before that is when essentially we had made like a. I mean, I don't think it was supposed to be a house-wide alliance, but it kind of ended up like stemming bigger and bigger. You had approached me, be like, "Hey, let's work together."
We were
But
in the pool. We were in the pool.
yeah, in the pool, and like, all right, these are the people, and eventually it became everyone except for Jared and Sari. And originally it was supposed to be them both on the block. If it
Right.
was a double, it was supposed to be them back to back. And I was thinking back, that would have been crazy because we didn't know they were mother and son.
No.
But in a double, if they're sitting next to each other on the block, that would have been absolutely wild.
It would have been wild. And I remember I was even goofy enough to go to Sari and said, or I went to Corey, and then of course Corey told Sari, and then I said to Sari, I said, "Yeah, I was pissed off." I said because you were supposed to be sitting on the block next to Jared. She's like, "So you actually wanted me on the block?" I said, "Yeah, I was trying to figure out how Blue got on the block because it was supposed to be you and Jared." And she's
Let's
like,
be
"Why did you do
honest.
that?" And I said, again, I think at that point though, I was so frustrated over the week before with the Izzy thing that my feelings were hurt. Now, and so then it was like, well, you two put my ass up on the block and wanted me to go. So yeah, I wanted you to be on the block next to Jared. It didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. You're too straight up with
Crazy.
that.
That was my problem. I was always saying too much because, again, why was I dumb enough to say, yeah, how come you? Because I remember asking Corey, why the hell isn't Sari on the block next to Corey? How did Blue get in this?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, just always stupid. I said, oh, Felicia, you gotta pick up some P's and Q's if you do something like this again.
I mean, but you know what? You did your. It was just so much fun in there too. Like it was such a good time. But I mean, it made sense. Like Blue had to be on the block next to Jared because she straight up told Corey, she was like, "Yeah, if I win the veto, I'm using it on Jared."
Yes.
And then Corey was like, "Oh, I'm kind of gonna have to put you up then." And then Blue was like, "Just kidding, I won't use it." And he's like, "Yeah, you can't. It's too late now, you know."
Yeah. He knew she would. If she had gotten the opportunity, she would have.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I still keep thinking about being on the block 8 times. I said, how does that even happen? So I have to say that I still feel privileged that being on the block 8 times, I lasted 96 days, 93
That's
days,
incredible.
6 days. Yeah.
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 You were on there 8 times. Is that the final number? Was
I
it
was on the
seven or
block
eight
8 times.
times?
Yeah.
That's insane. For
It was
how much things flip back and forth, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And I realized after the fact that probably about 4 of those times I really was the target.
Until you weren't. Until, you know, it's
That's why I had my come on, God. I don't know how you gonna do it, but I ain't going home yet.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I think was it you were on the block one week and oh, Jared had won the veto when you were on the block next to Izzy, and then he didn't use it on you. And then when I had won a veto and I used it on you, I remember because you were so hurt that Jared had it, and the fact that I did, I was like, "Hey, Mama Fee, like I don't want you gone. I want this to like, I want you to know that like, you know what I mean." So
Yeah. That's when I realized for sure there was something going on when Jared didn't use that veto. But my problem was, see, that's the week me and Sari were the kayak. So I didn't have a chance.
yeah.
We were kayak together for 48 hours. So I didn't come out of that punishment until after the veto ceremony. So I never had a chance to talk to him by myself. Which is now on the hindsight of that, it's probably good because I probably would have said something else stupid, and of course you would have went back and told her.
You would have, you'd have said something about Sari,
I
straight to
would have. I
Jared, and
would have
then
said, "Who cares if she goes up on the block? You told me you were going to save me. If she goes home, I know I would have said something dumb like that. So it would have just been even worse. So it was probably I didn't realize it at the time, but that was God protecting me from saying something really stupid and out the box.
oh my God. It's crazy how these things work out. You know what I mean? Like something as silly as like a punishment could have
Yeah.
impacted the whole game, you know?
Yes. And I remember going in the diary room saying, "This is, I don't know what to do because I can't eat." I think because they did call us in each one time by ourselves during that punishment. And I said, "This is messing up my game because I can't have a conversation without Sari. And so now I can't say anything to Jared. So this is impacting my game." And they're like, "Oh, we never thought about that." Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, on the hindsight, it was probably the best thing that could have happened because I would have said something dumb.
It was also just so funny. Like you guys in your kayak going around, that was such a fun time.
It was, and I remember when we were in the kitchen that time, I just saw this on one of the, in fact, I did an interview with BB Steph, and she has all these different little clips. She got some great clips. And when we're standing in the kitchen, we're like, "Help! We're shipwrecked." I said, "Oh my God, we were so silly."
That was yeah, that was so funny. There were so many punishment costumes that week too. It was Humilla week. That was the
Yes.
Izzy choosing Cameron to be the piggy pal. Was
Yep, they were the piggy pals. Me and Sari had the
and
kayak.
then
Um, Matt had
the
what's his name?
man.
I can't even believe. Did Matt really think that what's his name was going to take him?
Yep.
He really believed that initially, huh?
Yep. And I looked at him. I looked at him. He was standing right next to me. I was looking at him. I was like, "Matt, take the vacation." It's like, "Take the vacation." You know, Cam had the vacation. I was like, "Matt, take the." And he looked at me, and he literally was. He was like, "Oh, but like this is like a once in a." He's like, "What if I get to hang out with Demel?" And I was like, "Look, man, I think you should take the vacation." But he took it. Like, I mean, because we all know, like, if you've seen other seasons of Big Brother, the last
Yes,
prize is always the one that you switch out for the veto. Usually, you know what I mean.
yes,
So,
yes.
man.
And I was so mad because Cameron got my vacation. And I've always said if I could get on there and play that game, I would always want the vacation. Here, I get the vacation. But I felt like, Felicia, you're on the block. You can't not take that veto. I figured somebody would take it from me. I was praying. And again, at that time, being blind to what was really going on, I guess I was hoping that I was going to be able to keep that veto.
yeah, yeah.
And I said, that was dumb on your part too, Felicia. You just lowered.
And that was a crazy week. Izzy was really confident that she was gonna stay next year to the point where she had actually before the veto picking ceremony and everything, she had come to me in the game room and she was like, "Hey Jag, if I get house guest choice, will you play for me?" Right? And I was like, "Oh, I would love to play in the veto," right? And she was like, "You don't even have to, if you win the veto, you don't even have to use it. You don't have to use it on me. Just keep it the same."
I I saw that.
I
And
was
I
like,
thought, wow, she
yeah,
was that
that
confident.
confident,
Yes.
right? I was like, I was like, dude, of course I want to play in the veto. Like, it's fun. Like, let's do it. But no, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was very crazy. You just say, "Oh my." See, again, I've always said though, when you get too comfortable, that's when the game goes awry for you. I never got comfortable. That's why I never even when everybody was saying, "Oh, you're safe, you're good." No, oh no, I'm packing up all my stuff because I could very easily walk out that door.
Yeah, yeah,
Too much changed in there. People change their minds too much.
all the time, all the time.
All the time. All the time. I knew that last week though, after Sari left, I knew that week that I was going home. I felt it. And yeah, I knew and I was okay. I was ready to leave the house then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What a journey. What a journey.
Journey. What a journey.
Yeah. No,
Everything happens the way it's supposed to, though. I believe that I think everything happens for a reason. What's for you is for you, and I can't take what's for you, and you can't take what's for me. And so it landed where it was supposed to land, and that's all that really matters.
yeah. No, honestly, I agree. Everything does happen for a reason. I mean, that's what I was saying, right? Like we're all in there, and I was just grateful to be in there, even when times get really stressful in there, because sometimes it's stressful. You don't know who to trust, or you really gotta win this next comp, or you gotta trust in this one person to vote a certain way, whatever it is. But I was just grateful in there that like the fact that we get to stress out about if you have the votes to stay or stress out about a game that we're playing is the biggest blessing in itself. You know what I mean? Like there's so many other things in life you can stress out over, and we get to stress out over this game that we're playing that like we all like it's all of our dreams. So
Go. There you go. I've watched it for 24 years, and so I walk through the door. It doesn't get better than that.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, what a great time. I love the cast too. I'll agree. Like it was such a fun cast, such a good time.
It really was. It really was. I'm hoping that at some point we all land somewhere together. I don't know. I don't think they fly people back in for finale night, do they?
Yeah, no, I don't know, but no, that would be fun though. That'd be fun. Well, I'm out in LA, so if you ever are trying to come out here, you always got a place here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, that would be fun. But no, yeah, what a time, what a time.
Well, listen, I won't hold you up. Y'all let you guys go back. And if you're going to keep chatting with your audience, you got about 170 people on here. So people are watching.
Sounds good. Hey, it was so great chatting with you, Mama Fee. Thank you so much.
You too. You are welcome, Jazz. Take care of your brother, man.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
It's no easy job.
You guys stay safe out there.
Take care. Tell
Appreciate
Dwayne
you.
and Jair that we say hi as well. We're sending our love.
Okay, I will. Take care.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Love you, Mama
All right.
Fee. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. Y'all. Well, that was so fun. I'm so glad that Mama Fee popped in. That was fun. It's fun to just chat through things. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to like. I mean, we were just chatting through like the whole season, just in general. I think it'd be fun like as I'm watching, like have people on that can give their insight as we're like watching. Yeah, hearing other players' perspectives because like I have like one perspective only, and there's. I mean, everyone was playing their own game, so it was a crazy time. Well, yeah. Also, okay, I ended up just chatting with Mama Fee for a while, which was a lot of fun. We are originally when I went on, we were supposed to be doing a couple or a few small battles, and we haven't done any yet because we have a big battle tonight against Kyland, so it's gonna be at 8:15 Pacific, at 11:15 Eastern. It's just going to be the one battle. So it's just a one and done, 5 minutes of this battle. And winner gets this championship belt. So we're both in the finals together right now. It's pretty exciting. So what we'll do is I can continue the episode, but I'll also pop in and see if we can get some power-ups, and anyone that's able to pull up then for the battle.
We are on episode 8, 33 minutes and 14 seconds. We're going to be battling while we watch, and we're just going to mute the other creators. And he's going to continue to comment.
Yeah, so let's
and
see.
Give his input. So
we'll see
33 minutes and 14 seconds for everyone that's following along.